Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my freak show. So glad to have you guys back. Thank you all very much for being here. Blaze, of course, as usual, so great to have you. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's talk American Horror Story. I am so excited. I haven't really much been working on Mortuary this week. Sadly, excuse me, I've had some other things that I've had to do personally where I'm having my house renewed and for my lease. So I needed to do things around my house to make sure that everything was absolutely cool for the renewal. Had to make sure my grass was mowed and just went through and just kind of cleaned out and did some things to make sure that they knew that we're not like putting holes in the wall and we're not like a bunch of jerks, living here. So, I'm sorry, there's motion at the front door. So let's talk about American Horror Story Season 13. But before we do, I want to let you guys know that tomorrow we're going to discuss Black Mirror Episode 1, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to do this for every single episode for the week. So don't worry about that. We're going to have plenty of time to discuss every episode because I forgot exactly what Episode 1 was about until I saw the picture. And I was like, oh, I loved Episode 1. It drove me nuts because it was such a, how do I say this? It really hit home. It just really hit home that is where we're going to. So I really enjoyed the episodes. There was a couple I really didn't, but doesn't matter. We can talk about them. So we'll do that tomorrow on Sunday. Today, we're going to talk about American Horror Story Season 13. So we're not actually going to talk about Mortuary tonight. Let's give you guys a little break from that. I needed to take a step back, like I said, to just do some things here at my house and with my kids. We had also slumber parties this weekend with various kids. And then my kids are now over at other people's houses for slumber parties. And then we have another kid over. It's just so weird. I've just had a lot of kids that are not mine around the house, and it's okay. I don't mind. That's our family. We're an open door family. So there really isn't much news about. I was about to say, too bad I can't type with these. There really isn't. Motion detected at front door. I turned off my phone volume, but I forgot to turn off Alexa. Okay, so let's talk about what we know about AHS Season 13 so far, okay? This is good enough time to actually start in on it for people who are even showing up late. So, okay, news has been very few and far between, but there is some information out there that's available to us. So Ryan Murphy has said that he reported to Variety that he's talking to Sarah Paulson and Evan Peters for, returning about the new season. They're not confirmed, but at least he's talking to them, and that's fantastic. I think he's also in talks with Thaisa Farmiga, Lily Rabe, Dennis O'Hare, and Emma Roberts, but I'm not positive about that. Variety didn't actually. I'm sorry, I'm getting an ad somewhere that I can't shut off. Okay, there we go. It was just messing with my audio. So Variety only confirmed that he was talking to Sarah and Evan. So the others we don't know about yet. Jessica Lange, and of course we know she's never coming back. So that really sucks, but we do know sadly now that our hope has been diminished and that there's no hope for her coming back. At least it lets us know that, hey, that's okay. We understand. At least we're not hoping for something that's, not going to happen. So Ryan Murphy did say that he has had several themes in mind for American Horror Story. He had certain polls, and it's never really come up if he was actually going to do them. So it's still up in the air. Possibly we could get like a Wild West Civil War, werewolves, sirens, like a Halloween or a Bloody Mary or a plague thing, it's possible we can absolutely get that. But I know that sirens is the one that everybody wants, even Sarah Paulson. So my season is about werewolves and aliens. So yes. Of course, nobody really knows exactly what they're doing right now at this time. So as far as what I have gathered, is that they just really don't know. They don't know if it's going to be renewed for season 14. They don't know when season 13 is even going to come out. And they have no idea who's going to star in it or what the theme is. So that is sadly all of the information that we know about American Horror Story for season 13. And that sucks. That really isn't much. I guess I thought I had more information for you guys, but I was like, he's talking to Sarah and Evan? Yes. And so I just totally ran with that one. But Scotty Lee says, yay, I've only watched episode 1 of Black Mirror this season so far. Now I'm looking forward to watching more. Yes, you should. I enjoyed a lot of them. I think I enjoyed every single episode. There was maybe one episode that I maybe didn't enjoy as much, but they were very good episodes, strong and better. I mean, maybe I'm looking a little bit for some of the twists that they used to have in the beginning, like maybe through season 1 through 4. But I mean, there's so many twists in every season. It's just fantastic. So I can't say enough how much I do love Black Mirror. And we're definitely going to talk about episode 1 tomorrow night. So no spoilers, please. Some other people have not watched the other episodes. And so we're going to take it episode by episode. Okay. So yeah, you should definitely look forward, Scotty Lee, to watching more. Bougie Barbie, thank you so much for being here. You are badass. Thank you so much. You are amazing. Joe, thank you so much, Joe River, for being here. Yes, Black Mirror is amazing. So we're going to cover every episode on every live stream. We're going to start them on Sundays. I meant to do them on Fridays, and I thought that's what I was originally going to do, but Fridays just aren't going to work for me. Saturdays and Sundays are usually the better ones, so we can talk American Horror Story on Saturdays, and we can talk Black Mirror on Sundays. And then I will start doing the trivia again on Fridays. It's just, I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to actually come up with all the questions and the answers and make sure I'm right. So it's just taken me a little time. I have a special Myrtle trivia and podcast episodes about her. So that's coming for this next week, I believe. But anyway, Myrtle Snow is huge. We all love her. She's one of the greatest characters. So next week is going to be focused on Myrtle. And you know what? I should be letting you guys know this about what's coming each week, and also give you guys a chance to let me know your topics. What character do you want me to cover? Is there a storyline that was forgotten that you want things answered? Like Jenny Mead, Debbie, Ebby, Babebby came together and told me, hey, I think Miss Mead is Jenny from Asylum. And I thought, no, there's no way. So I watched Asylum. And then I watched Apocalypse again, specifically looking for that answer. And I found it. I absolutely found it. So it was really great to go through and actually answer those questions and, get to them once and for all. So yeah, if there's anything you guys would like me to cover, just absolutely let me know. Bougie Barbie, love you so much too. You're awesome. You too, Blaze. Thank you all again for being here. So again, okay, that's the news for American Horror Story 13. Not very much, but I really want them to renew it for another season because I'm hoping soliciting for my season will get them going. And I know some of you have come back after a little bit, but a lot of you already watch and a lot of you already know what I'm doing with my season of American Horror Story Mortuary. It is basically a 13 episode season that is literally a full hour long. There is no room for commercials. So if this If it ever does get picked up for prime time and they do put it on FX with commercials, it'd be literally like an hour and 20-minute show because I wouldn't let them cut shit out. They don't deserve to cut anything out. Anyway, so it's 13 episodes and it goes over the Roswell, New Mexico incident, werewolves, a casket killer, and it just has our wonderful and favorite American Horror Story stars in there and taking the lead and absolutely killing it. I got Bruce Campbell in there as the owner of the grocery store. He doesn't have money to pay child support or alimony to his ex-wife, who is a really bitch. Really big bitch. And so she will not let Aaron talk to his daughter, Alma. I am so sorry. It is not an Easter egg. I don't know why I came up with the name Alma. I have no idea why I came up with that name. These characters speak to me. I've been a writer for a very long time. And the only way that I know how to make a character is to let that character talk for itself. I know I want a male character. I know I want it Bruce Campbell. And I know I want him to be a jerk. So I just let that marinate in my mind and start thinking about what he would say, how he would speak, excuse me, the things he would wear. And I just really got into his mindset. So I was able to actually keep that down and keep that going. Yeah. So I've just put in so much work, like I said, in all of the characters and the backstories. So I'm really excited to show that to you guys again, which probably next Saturday I will do. I will let you guys, I'll just give you a brief synopsis of episode 1. You can let me know what you think. And then, of course, the next week we'll do like episode 2 or something like that. But yeah, I'm very excited because after this next week, I will be back to working on Mortuary because then my lease will be renewed and I won't really have to worry about that too much anymore, which I never really have to anyway. But it'll be also the end of school and things are going to be calming down. My kids, be teaching them how to drive and we're going to be by the pool. So there's not going to be so much stress. It's going to be so nice this summer. It's going to be so absolutely relaxing. I have had such a stressful year so far. I'm not going to lie, with my mother-in-law living here. Those of you who know, but it has been very traumatic and awful. So I am embracing this new period of Mary and I'm going to enjoy every single moment of it. And I feel so happy. Joe Rivers says, I just started watching You. Joe, I watched the first season of You and I read the book. Okay. Loved it. And I was so stupid. I never got to watch season 2 or 3. And then I guess it's number 4 that just now came out. It's on the top of my list to binge watch You again, because like I said, I've never seen season 2 or 3. And I know Netflix just put out season 4. And when I have the time, I'm going to do it. So I hope you enjoy it because I really enjoyed season 1. I have to say Peach was my favorite character. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought she was really good. And I really loved Joe. His book vault. If I ever hit it big in like my books or my writing or anything, that's the second thing I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is take my kids on a vacation and spend a lot of time with them. But second of all, if I ever get money, I'm making a book vault. I need a book vault. Oh my God, I would die to own one of those. It just made me salivate when I saw that book vault that Joe had taken over from the original guy that owned it. Woo! I would let Joe stalk me and keep me in that room just so I could be in a book vault. I'd ask him, hey, could you go over and get my top shelf books and bring them in here? I'll stay in it. You can keep me in here. Just feed me and like let me go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna run away. I'm just gonna like spend all of my time in here in the book vault with all of these beautiful books. Okay, take me. I know not a lot of people feel like that, but when I saw that book vault, I was like, Why couldn't this have happened to me when I was younger? Why couldn't some really hot guy that wants to take care of me and love me and has a book vault want to be with me? You guys all know what I'm saying. Scotty Lee says, I need to see you make a puppet show to better explain mortuary. I was actually thinking on how am I going to explain this to people? How am I going to tell you? Maybe I could just let you guys read the scripts. I'm not sure because a lot of you are channel members and, it would be no problem just to share it with you guys, share the link with you guys so you can just read it. But yeah, I was thinking, how am I going to show this to people? How am I going to explain this? And then I was thinking bony hands won't work, but a puppet show might. Scotty Lee says, Joe, you started watching You or Mary. Are you the one moving outside? Hey, your name is Joe. Do you have a book vault? Do you have a book vault with a lot of books? And a little microscope that we could look at the books with and rebind books and stuff like that? Do you? Because if you do and you're single, well, just give me a few years and then you can take me, okay? Because then my kids will be old enough and they won't care. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Husband will be too. He probably won't even look for me. Just kidding. He would look for me, but not too hard. So think about it, Joe. Bougie Barbie said the little bony hands. I bought them one time at Halloween and I was like, I'm going to make a AHS video with these. And they've just been on my bookshelf back here ever since. Oh, that reminds me. Guys, I need your help. Tonight, I am going to go down in my kitchen like I usually do on Saturday nights, and I'm going to clean it. So my mother-in-law used to tell me that I had too much stuff on the counters, that everything on the counters should be empty. Nothing on there. No containers, no salt, no pepper, nothing. So I took everything off of the top counters because my husband said, oh, yeah, that's the way I want it too. Empty counters. I took all my stuff off the counters, and then my mother-in-law literally took all of her kitchen stuff and put it on the counters, on my empty counters. My kitchen has been so cluttered and held hostage. And now when I go down there, everything's empty and it's beautiful. It's clean. The floors are clean. Everything in the fridge is fresh. God, I can't believe to tell you guys how much I love just making sure my kitchen is clean. I do it every weekend. It's just so important to me now because I didn't have access to it for over a year. And now I do. And it's mine. I put my grubby little bony paws on it. So, anyway, yeah, we will absolutely take a look more at some of AHS Mortuary and more of any other American Horror Story news. And as usual, if anything goes live, you guys know I'll either do a live stream or I will make a video to let everyone know what's going on. But other than that, I need your help for the rest of the stream. Need some help, okay? Tonight, I am rewarding myself with all of the work that I've done in regards to moving my mother-in-law out, moving her stuff out. I mean, there's just a lot of physical, stuff that was done. I'm going to reward myself with a movie. Tell me which one I should do. Now, let's start with old school or new school. It's going to be a horror movie. So should I watch a movie from the 30s, 40s, or 50s? Because I have movie from every era. I have the 30s with Wolfman and Dracula. I have the 40s somewhere else. Anyway, and so I have them from April Fool's Day, obviously, to Anaconda, Aliens, to Candyman and Poltergeist, and all of the Phantasm movies, and all of the Leprechauns, the Initiation, the Howling, the House on Straw Hill, the House that Dripped Blood, all the House, Hellraiser movies, all that stuff. Let's start. Do you think I should watch a older scary movie or a newer scary movie? Let's start there. Now, I'm going to let you guys pick it for tonight because last night I watched Deep Red And I love Dario Argento. Not gonna lie, love Dario Argento. He is incredible. So I watched Profondo Rosso last night. Again, deep red. It's just Italian. And so tonight I wanted to watch something really good. I just don't know because as you can see, I've got shelves and rows of good, scary horror movies. So I don't know what to do. I am perplexed. I'm even down to should I watch a season? Should I watch a movie? Because I have lots of horror seasons like True Blood, Medium, Walking Dead, Ash versus Evil Dead. Oh my God, I love Ash versus Evil Dead, Bates Motel. All that stuff. Great, great, great stuff. All my American Horror Stories. Yes. Scotty says, where's the middle for you that separates new from old? 90s is like new. Nope, 2000s. 2000s is new. Anything under 2000s is old. I should say that. Okay. Ooh, Monster, you watched the new Nosferatu? I would love to watch the original, so I would watch the OG. I have Nosferatu on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. And I mean the old one, not the new one. I haven't seen the new one yet, but I heard how fantastic it is. Right now, I am happily poor because my mother-in-law moved out. So I'll just wait until I can watch the new Nosferatu for free. But yeah, you should watch the OG. I usually watch it every Halloween. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But I do have the old and new Candyman, the old and new Pet Sematary. I mean, if you think about it in your head, I basically have it right back here. So, and then these are like my action, funny. Oh, I got Game of Thrones. Yes, all 8 seasons. Don't come for me in the comments because I have season 8 of Game of Thrones. It's like having all seasons of American Horror Story. I even have Apocalypse. Even though guys, the Queen entered the comments. Oh my gosh. Oh. Cookie, Debbie's here. Isn't that great? Look, Debbie, you've made Cookie so excited. Debbie's all here, guys. Debbie's here. Oh. Hi, buddy. Cookie's very excited, too, that you're here, Debbie. We're picking horror movies for tonight because, sadly, nothing is going on with American Horror Story Season 13. I really think now I should start soliciting literary agents so they don't fall flat and decide not to even do a 13 or something. I want them to know there's choices. There's choices. Oh, thank you, Scotty. Scotty says, I would choose a few that you don't remember much of because it's been so long. But also, which one traumatized the most? The scariest. Maybe the Amityville Horror. I know The Exorcist really scared the crap out of me because I saw it in 82 when I was a kid. I was only like 4 or 5. Oh, hi, Cooks. Cooks just dropped right on me. Okay. I saw it when I was 4 or 5, and I thought little Reagan was going to come and murder me. So I will do that. I think probably one of the ones that really scared me the most was the Blackcoat's Daughter. I just really adore that movie. So maybe I'll watch the Blackcoat's Daughter. We'll pull her out. We'll put her out right there. So that way she can actually take spotlight. Monster says, do you think AHS has been on the decline like a lot of others? And which is your favorite seasons? Well, Monster, sadly, I do think it's been on the decline. Double feature, and NYC broke me traumatically. It was good, but it was very traumatic. And then season 12 was so many missed opportunities. My favorite, I have to say, is a cross between Hotel in 1984. Those are my favorite seasons. And yes, I do feel like it has been a little bit on the decline. And there's so many things that we want and we love about this show. And I think sometimes the writers are just stuck in this certain franchise wheel and they're stuck with certain things like ghosts and, witches and all that kind of stuff. Oh, which there, Cooks. Oh no, did you get a bite? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I see something on Cook's skin. It looks like he got a boo-boo. Okay, baby. Cooks has a boo-boo. I'm sorry. I just had to make sure he's okay. But yeah. I really want them to start listening more to the fans and what they want and stop spinning the same wheel of what they've been giving us. They still give us good shows, but they're just using the same old formula instead of daring to do something new. So, Debbie says, I'm up the country and the internet is so spotty, so I'm going to lose you any second. Hey, Cookie. To Lucy and Odie, say hi. Oh. Aw. Scotty Lee says, the original Child's Play. Oh, I do. Yep. I got all the Child's Play here. Poltergeist. Yep, got that one. Skinamarink. I don't have Skinamarink, and I do have the Evil Dead remake. You know, that's a good one. The Evil Dead remake. There is a scene in there where the girlfriend has the needle and she starts going after the boyfriend, and I cannot ever see that part because it's just like, it's just too much. It's too much for me. Oh, Cooks. Okay. Thank you. Yes, the Evil Dead remake is a really good one because I haven't seen it in a while. I do know what happens, but it's really good. And I do love the Evil Dead trilogy is my top favorite, mostly because I watched it with my dad and he showed it to me for the first time. It was like our thing. We loved Ash Williams and the whole thing. So yeah. Let's see. Ellie Walk, or I hope I'm saying it right. Lie Walk. Okay. Hi, Mary, longtime follower, first time commenting. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for commenting, and I'm glad you're watching. Guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying the stream, please thumb it up. I'd be very grateful. If you'd also like to take it a step further and support the channel, you can become a channel member or a Patreon. Links are in the description, all that stuff. Monster says, do you like international horror? Yes. Yes, I love it. I love like Train to Busan. I love good Japanese horror movies too. Audition was a little too much for me, but yes, I definitely love international horror. I've seen a lot of it. Yes. Oh my God. I don't own it though, because it's difficult for me to find it. I love finding things as like a treasure hunt. So I don't like just go on Amazon and just clickety clack and just buy it. No, I like going to the bookstore and actually finding treasure. So this is the treasure that I have found. And this is more, there's more treasure in my closet that literally is just full of more treasure, but of movies, not Blu-rays. These are all my Blu-rays right here. Excuse me. But yeah, thank you. I love my collection. I've spent a long time putting it together. Movies and books, that's my thing. Let's see. LA says, also, you just had a finale and there are 5 seasons. Oh, I have to binge from beginning to the end. Maybe that was the 5th season that they just put out on Netflix. Okay, because like I said, I saw the first season, but that was it. And I read the book. So I would love to go then and binge it. I'll start from the beginning. But if anybody out there wants to kidnap me and put me in their book vault with all my books so they can be protected, fine. Bougie Barbie says, I only disliked, or at least liked, the one with the Kardashian. She was okay in it, but I was lost in that season. I know there was so much potential and Delicate. There were so many storylines that they had the ability to really like push things together and make a great season. But there were so many stupid things that they just wanted fans to believe. Like, how did Dex not know that Addie and Sonia were twin sisters because they looked exactly alike? I'm sorry, but if I was out there in the world and I saw somebody that looked exactly like my husband, I wouldn't be like, huh, that's so weird. Let's just never talk about it again because I don't even notice it. There was just, oh my God, I put out a video about how many meaningless points and storylines that went nowhere. It was just, yeah, I really wish they could have done something better with Delicate. But it wasn't bad, you know? I mean, it wasn't good, but I don't think it was bad. And I don't think Kim Kardashian did a bad job in it either. Scotty Lee says, I say all seasons can be a bit redeemed if they end up merging together in a final and all previous seasons end up being backstories. Oh, you know what I think? I don't know who had the idea, and I apologize. I want to say it was Blaze. but I'm not positive. There was somebody, a fan, who said that the way that they should end the show is that they should like just close the book. Like they should do one more final season and it should be like a closed book, and that this has been stories from a book, American Horror Stories. So I thought that would be so much better too, that, you know, it had all been part of like a writer's thought. And I thought, or like of a writer that just wrote all of this is just something that a writer wrote down, and it had just all been part of like of a collection. I thought that would be, you know, pretty decent. Better than probably what the show would come up with. But what was it I was going to say? Oh, darn, it flew right out of my mind. Something about the backstories. I'll think of it probably later, whatever. I'm in the middle of a sentence and then it hits me and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And then I'll come out of it with left field and just finally remember what I meant to say. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice if they actually did something like, if they just did something, you know, to just honor the show like that, because they do kind of seem to exist in the same universe. Monster said they need to stop with "if you die on the property, your soul is stuck forever" block. Yo, yes. Absolutely 100%. That is annoying. And that is not in my season, I got to tell you. I can't stand that. That was fine for Murder House and maybe Camp Redwood. But Hotel, I mean, it added to the madness and the murder. So it was done well, in my opinion, in Hotel. It was done okay in 1984. But like I said, it's done every freaking season. Every season has somewhat of a murder house where if you die, your property, your soul is stuck on the property forever. And seriously, they do need to get rid of that. Debbie says, I just watched Jugface. It's a backwoods indie horror. I always choose something appropriate in honor of being in our cabin in the woods. Oh my God, I have Cabin in the Woods too. Oh my God, you should watch Evil Dead, Debbie. You should watch Evil Dead. Okay, so far we have the Evil Dead remake and the Black Coat's Daughter in run for my movie tonight to watch. Debbie, I can't wait to show you AHS Mortuary. I'm sorry, it's Cookie right here. He's got his little pawsies on my arm. He wants his mommy to pet him because he loves his mommy. So I know I love you too. But I gotta just click on the comments. See, he puts his little arm on me, and then he sits on me, so I'll have no choice but to pet him. Okay. Debbie, you should watch Evil Dead, but you guys are awesome. Oh yeah, and if you are enjoying the stream, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, guys. Pandora's Box was scary. Really? Oh, then I'll go look at that. Maybe I'll see if there's something new on Amazon Prime that they've put out. Or maybe I should just watch you. I mean, not you, but like the show. Start from there again since they put out the new stuff. Climax 20. Oh, wait, hold on. Climax 2018 was the most disturbing to me. Martyrs 2. See, I don't think I want something disturbing. I think I want something, you know, not silly scary, but like Evil Dead remake. Yeah. Or maybe it's like, oh, I got to cover my eyes a couple of times, but it's not like, I like happiness. Like, you know, when I walk away, I'm like, oh my God, I just feel so gross and icky for just watching the movie. Okay, I know, sweetheart. I know. But mommy needs her arm. Mommy needs her arm. Okay, I'll use this arm, okay? Yes, I'll use this arm. Okay. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Okay, let mommy click on the... Okay. Cooks, I really need my other hand, buddy. Oh, you're so sweet, Cooks. I know, baby. I love you too. Okay. Ellie says, OMG, you said it perfectly. It's pronounced Lee. Oh, short for Elise. Oh, like the mom of Family Ties. Gotcha. Ellie. Okay. Gotcha. I love it. I love that. That is such a wonderful name. Oh my God. Debbie says, at Monster, definitely subtle horror is my jam, especially foreign. And my favorite vampire movies, Let the Right One In. My second one is Thirst. I love Let the Right One In. I have the book too. I love the book by Lindquist. Yes, absolutely 100%. Absolutely. I wish I had that movie, Let the Right One In, on Blu-ray. But I don't. Not yet, but I will soon. I have it on DVD, but one day I'll have it on Blu-ray. Bushy Barber said, yeah, Delicate was tough. Whoa! I know, right? Absolutely. Okay, Cooks. Oh, do you want me to scratch your butt? Okay. Debbie says, whoa, cool theory. Theory season is my favorite. Yes, I know. So, Debbie, I've made a season called AHS Mortuary where, excuse me, Lily's the name of the character. Sarah Paulson and Evan Peters are brother and sister, and they run a mortuary in the town of Morningvale that settled under the Black Mountains in North Carolina. And they are aliens, and they're trying to get back home because they accidentally landed on Earth with their family in the Roswell incident. And yeah, there's werewolves, and there's aliens, and there's the casket killer. Yeah, I have so much. I can't wait for you to read it and tell me what you think. Debbie, love those as well. Katie, so glad for you to be here. Thank you. Katie says, do you believe Cordelia is the one true supreme? Yes. Aside from Myrtle, yes. I love Myrtle. Oh, I love Myrtle. I absolutely do. Cordelia is awesome. And I think she's even better than Mallory. Like I said, don't come for me in the comments, but that's just what I think. Scotty Lee says, unless those portals to hell bring them all together, right? That would be awesome. Monster says, Coven is my favorite. Love the vibe and cinematography. I wish movies and shows were still shot on film. Yes, I definitely agree. Coven was really good. I expected it to be a little bit more darker. And when I say darker, I mean witches living in the woods eating babies, which, like the Vavitch. Oh, I haven't seen the Vavitch in a while. Maybe I'll watch this one tonight. She's definitely a contestant now. You guys are helping me pick movies. I agree. But I wanted something more, not dirty, but more vile. I got that with Fiona, but I was expecting something a little bit more vile if we're talking about witches, like true witches. Lucas, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you got to make it to a live stream. Whoop, whoop. Monster says, what AHS series title have you thought would be a good season? AHS Space could be cool. Well, the thing, Monster, is that American Horror Story is based on real American travesties. So they haven't reverted back to that in a while. I mean, except NYC. But they didn't do it for double feature. They really didn't do it for 1984 or Apocalypse. Oh, Cookie, you can't just... I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize Cookie is literally just breathing into my microphone right now. Baby, go lay down. Go lay down, sweetheart. Yeah, you go lay down. Come on. Good boy. I'm so sorry. If all you heard was... didn't realize Cookie was literally breathing into the microphone. So they have to, if something like the Challenger disaster, they can use something like that for the season. So as long as they have some true, events to go off of, that's great. Because that's what I'm doing with my season. My season is based off the Roswell incident, the JonBenet Ramsey murder, and the Stainer brothers. So those are the three true crimes that are involved in my season. So I'm going back to the formula where the season is actually based on true crimes. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that. So I agree. AHS Space would be absolutely cool. Can you imagine what about those space astronauts that were stuck up on the satellite? I don't even know if they still are. I haven't checked it out. I'm sorry. But it would be fantastic if maybe AHS did go to space and it was a very claustrophobic season like Roanoke. And it was really just a couple of astronauts stuck up in the spaceship. And all of these like creepy, crazy things are happening to them because they're in space. We have no idea really what is really out there. I mean, we kind of do, but not everything, obviously. So it would be really great for them to do something like space. I absolutely agree. And if anybody out there does art, and if you would like to, if you're just have nothing to do one day and would like to make an AHS mortuary cover for me, I would be so grateful and I would absolutely give you credit for it. Even pay you for it if you would like to be paid for it. So Debbie says, I have watched Cabin in the Woods and Evil Dead here. LOL, my husband hates horror. Oh, we have to talk with him. No, I'm just kidding. Let's let him be him. Tomorrow we're watching The Hunt. Oh, yes, I know. That's hilarious. And it has Emma Roberts. And I love how Emma died in that movie. It was awesome. You thought she was going to make it. And nope. Love it. Well, I hope you're having a good time, Debbie. My husband isn't really into horror movies either. So, I mean, at least not anymore. So I hear you. I usually just watch them by myself. And that's even creepier. So I hear you. Blaze says, hey, Mary, I'll hit replay on this tomorrow. Gotta go. Love you. Love you too, Blaze. Thank you so much again for being here. And of course, for being a channel member. Katie says, I think the one true supreme is actually Madison Montgomery. Katie, really? Because you're not the first person to say that. So if you maybe put some facts in there for me of why you think that, I would love to do a theory video on that and give you guys credit. Debbie says, Vavitch, I am totally watching that. Falls into my Woods category. LOL. Lucas says, Myrtle is my favorite. Love her dry humor too. Yes. So I have top best lines, her top 5 fashions, her top best kills, her most savage moments. So yeah, I have a lot of that stuff ready that's going to roll out for you guys. So next week is like the love of Myrtle week. Monster says, you expected more Roanoke Lady Gaga witches. I agree. A period piece for an AHS season would be super cool. Now, in my season, AHS Mortuary, Sexy Scathach does not return. I know a lot of you were like, really, Mary? She's your favorite. I know. But if they were to ever allow me to do another season of American Horror Story, my season is werewolves and aliens. If I had to do, if they let me do another American Horror Story, I would do Sirens and Sexy Scathach. Those would be my 2 ones. My 2 ones after a mortuary. Monster just said, just saw Until Dawn last night. It gave off Cabin in the Woods vibes and it was very spooky and fun. Awesome. My daughter wants to go see that. And I was thinking of maybe taking her next weekend to go see it. So I'm so glad that you thought it was spooky and fun. Okay. Hearing good words from it is absolutely positive. Thank you. All right. So not very much news on the American Horror Story front. That's okay, because we are going to do our own American Horror Story, guys. We are going to take off of mine. We're going to break it down. We're going to make it awesome. And you guys are going to have a season. So I am going to go ahead and go for now. I am going to get myself a little cola. I'm going to get myself a Snickers. And I am going to watch a scary movie. So either the Vavitch, the Blackcoat's Daughter, or the Evil Dead remake. I will watch one of those 3. But I'm looking at the Vavitch, like she's looking at me and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me and I'm looking at her and we're totally vibing. So I think it's going to be the Vavitch. Lavidia Random de Christian, so glad to have you back. Thank you for being here. Says, did you hear about Sinners? No. Is that a movie or something? A book? Let me know. Debbie says, I always wanted AHS War, and every episode would be a different time period throughout American history. Debbie, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. See, Debbie, we should do a season of AHS together. I wanted to include you in Mortuary, but I already had an idea, and I already knew what I wanted and what I was focusing on, but I don't know what I want to do after that. Maybe you would help me. Debbie says, my husband was crew on Sinners. Okay, so what is this? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, with Michael B. Jordan. I love Michael B. Jordan. I'm not going to lie. I really do like his movies. He's a good actor. I haven't seen Sinners. Is a well-lit or well-executed film that delivers more than just horror thrills. Hold on, what is it about? Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to Mississippi hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. Okay. Well, I guess I'll be seeing that. Monster says the Vivitch is one of my favorites of all time. I know, it's really good. It really got me the first time I saw it. I really enjoyed it. Monster says, wait, before you go, what do you plan to have as your artwork for AHS, your artwork for your mortuary season? You know, I just wanted something creepy, like black and white with a full moon and like an old creepy like mortuary, something like that, and like woods in the background. Just something very simple, and for say American Horror Story mortuary. Are you okay, Cooks? He's got a little itch on his booty, so I'm gonna have to give him a little scratch in a moment. But if anybody makes something, like I said, I can either credit you or I can pay you for it, whichever. I would be so grateful, because this is really coming together, and to have some artwork, to actually see it alive, is like seeing your child come to life. I may be over dramatic, but every time I pull up AHS Mortuary, the script and everything I've done so far, it's literally like seeing a child I've created. And it's the same time every time I make a book. So anything, like I said, would be so appreciated. My email is obviously marygirlmoody@gmail.com. So if you guys want to negotiate or anything, just let me know. We could always work everything out. Debbie Babebi says, we might go see it tomorrow. It just came out last week. Sinners. Okay. I will absolutely see what I can do too, because maybe I can convince Callie to go see that instead. So Monster said you should totally try and pitch it to the... Yes, I am. I'm absolutely going to, once I am finished with the script, and I'm more than halfway finished, I am going to get a literary agent and submit it to Ryan Murphy Productions. Yes. We'll copyright my work, then get the agent, and then submit it to Ryan Murphy Productions. So yeah. Because sadly, a live stream and stuff like that, even just like tagging him, he's not going to, he's the bigwig. He doesn't really care about that kind of stuff. This is all his genius stuff. So, but anyway, so thank you guys so much for being here. I enjoy live streaming with you guys and chatting and just hanging out. Tomorrow we are going to talk about Black Mirror episode 1 for the brand new season. I'm really excited. The synopsis was basically this husband and wife, they're in love. They're trying to have a baby. They've been together for many years. Suddenly she has a horrible, I think something goes wrong with her heart or something like that. And the medical ways to save her is way more than what the husband ever thought he would get. And I have to say, that would have I would have did the same thing he did, except much long time ago. I don't think I would have waited as long as he did. But I enjoyed watching this season of Black Mirror. So tomorrow night, we're going to talk about episode 1. And then next Sunday, we're going to talk about episode 2. Next Saturday, we'll obviously probably do AHS Mortuary, since so little information has come out. So we'll either do Mortuary or a trivia quiz. You guys just let me know which one you want, and I'll make sure it happens. Okay, guys, thank you all again so much for watching the stream. Don't forget, if you would like to help the channel, you can certainly subscribe. If you want to go a step further and donate to the channel, you can become a Patreon or a channel member. Everything goes to improve the channel and to make it better. And I'm hoping that if things are going to go good and I'll get my algorithms back up, I'll have my actual contests and giveaways back again. So, all right, you guys are awesome. Lucas said, try Dead or Alive. Okay, I will. Dead Alive. Shoot. Is that the movie with the pulling the... I think I might have seen that, Lucas, but if I have it, I'll watch it. Monster, lovely stream. I just found you and now I'm a fan. Haha. Monster, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm a fan of you. Debbie says brain. Oh, yeah. Thank you. And Common People. What a great episode. Common People. That was the name of the Black Mirror episode. Okay. You guys, again, are awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the comments, everything. You all are just the best. And this is just the best community that we've built together. And I'm just really grateful for it. Thank you all again for being here. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. And beware of sexy Scathitch. It's coming up. Summertime. She's extra dirty, extra stinky, extra horny. She's out there for your man. All right. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful night.